Hey, first and foremost, thank you for watching. Secondly, hey, it's been a minute, so thank you for still being here. All right, let's talk about Destiny 2. And not how like the last few videos was talking about Destiny 2, but we should have like a genuine, no wait, this is a good thing talk about Destiny 2, because this is kind of weirding me out, and I need to run this by you guys, see if I'm tripping or not. So I'm gonna just throw the intro like right here. Cool, I interrupted it to keep it short because I kind of want to talk about this on my heart. This video is a little different. That's how we normally approach things, with nuance and logic and reason, because in normal cases, when we apply that to Bungie and their handling of their flagship franchise, we run into multiple red flags. And those are the red flags that leave people that don't play Destiny just assuming we're into like weird shit like BDSM, or at least some sort of like self-mutilation, because why would we stay here when a company purposefully inflicts harm, right? I get that. That makes sense. That's unfortunately valid. And although that's a joke to a high degree, some of it unfortunately holds weight because there's still some huge issues with the games I don't think they can immediately correct. I still think the Witness story has been botched beyond saving, thanks to the narrative that they compounded on the Lightfall, which was mad confusing. Like, no one knew what the Veil was the whole campaign. I still think the best storyline in the game, outside of the lore tabs that aren't animated, like for instance the Ursa Furiosa exotic armor, right? I would have loved to be able to play through that. Outside of things like that is the Hive storyline in general. I still think competitive Crucible, namely Trials, is a flaming garbage can thanks to the amount of cheaters and the ridiculous skill gap that's required to just even be average. Not even good, just average. This video is by no means a way to exonerate Bungie from the bed that they've made with the decisions they decide to enforce. And I get it, a game for everybody is a game for no one, so that's just me being clear on my stance here. However, the win streak they've been on recently has to be acknowledged, just like me wearing a hoodie in this video. Yeah, man, I'm cold. What's up? Plus also my hairline kind of, you know what I'm saying? I need a haircut a little bit. So the win streak is to the point where some jaded players like, starting to believe again, or is beginning to believe. And I'm not quite there yet, but it has been nice enjoying the game for the last couple of weeks like I used to when Gambit first dropped. Don't leave. Let me finish what I was saying. I know Gambit runs people off. Look, I feel like Gambit could still be a great game mode, but they just need to give you locked loadouts to pick from, just to even the playing field, because the fun of Gambit was how competitive it could be. We're not here to talk about Gambit, or the homie from X-Men 97. I ain't gonna spoil it, but if you ain't watching X-Men 97, you need to watch X-Men 97. I can't. Woo! Woo! Let's talk about Destiny and the win streak, and specifically let's start with Onslaught, because this is the defense horde mode that we've been asking for since Destiny 1. In the free update, Onto the Light, something about the light, Into the Light, that sounds right. Bungie has dropped some incredible content to win us back, and it's kind of working. Outside of being genuinely challenging and just throwing rewards at you for just being competent. And sometimes you ain't even gotta be competent. The mode has been incredibly fun to play, whether it's to build craft and see how your ideas work, or to just get to the guns. And normally my reason for playing this game, I feel like a super southerner that don't care about abortion rights, because I'm all about the guns. I'll probably edit that out. Nah, I think I'm gonna leave it in post. The weapons gameplay powers loop is something that you can't truly get to this degree anywhere else, and I enjoy that. Being able to jump your characters to 1810 power level and just jump in and play is a huge deal too, and Bungie's realizing that now. It's a good thing. To be fair though, them realizing that is the thing that spawned this video, but we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. During Into the Light, they've re-released 2 exotic missions with twists, added craftable catalysts to 2 fan favorite weapons, which is Whisper the Worm, Outbreak, Perfected. Funny story, one of my homies called the Outbreak gun, the STD gun, and God, I don't want that nickname to stick. I really don't. We'll just act like I never told you that. Speaking of fan favorites, the Brave Arsenal is just an excuse to re-roll old weapons with new insane perks, like Midnight Cool with Firefly and Kinetic Tremors. You can get these weapons in droves by playing Onslaught. Now, getting a God roll is still based on your relationship with RNGesus, and getting a shiny version of it, aka the version with the exclusive shader, is something you have to sacrifice your marriage for.
Danger! 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 Danger!
I'm not gonna do it. The mode is great, rewards are great, and then they drop this bombshell concerning the final shape with the prismatic subclasses and how they work. Now, short version, you can freely combine most elements from all your subclasses together into one subclass to just go crazy. So build crafters like Plunder the Booty, Mactics, about to have a field day with this one. Yes, it's that man's name, Plunder the Booty. It's a great name. What do you want me to say? This is one of the most unexpected things Bungie could have done. And as soon as I saw the sound effects beard guy, sound effect beard guy's back, I knew they were about to let a cannon loose on it. So that's 2 unprecedented things in a row. And this is usually about the time where Bungie goofs, but no, they did not goof. They actually doubled down on the win streak. So the TWID, the weekend Bungie thing, for this week had some very interesting information dropped into the mix. And the big news I took away from it, at least, there's probably more, but this is the thing that jumped out to me, being that all the previously sunset weapons are now being unset, meaning that they're bringing it up to level and you'll be able to pull them from your vault. Or if you already have them in your vault, they'll be reintroduced, or somehow they're going to re-roll these with new perk. Not re-roll. I said that wrong. They'll have origin traits. A lot of this is off the cuff, guys, so forgive me. I got a couple of things written down and the rest of it's off the top of my brain. The guns that are saved in your vault, they'll be reintroduced into the game somehow, or just at level, and you can bring them out and just use them. And most of them are going to have origin traits on them. Someone who's thrived off the meme of the whole clear your vault space thing, like Datto, or just Datto, right? This could be a nightmare of a revelation, but the people like me who still have old guns like Extraordinary Rendition with a few thousand kills on it, or guns like hand cannons with Kill Clip and Rampage on it together, this is crazy. Black Armory weapons about to be real handy now. I never really expected to be in a timeline where Bungie listens to their fan base, and it's weird. Am I tripping right now? Because I feel like I am, but also I feel like it's valid. Still, I don't expect the Final Shape story to be worth that much. The gameplay is probably going to be solid because Prismatic and the unsunsetting, it's all standard as soon as you start the game. So at the very least, the nostalgia is going to be mixing in with the new stuff, and I think that'll be a driving force that works to get our feet wet with the expansion. But outside of my low hopes for the actual story, which I've talked about, Bungie's doing everything else right for a change. And to shoot them bail about the story thing, it is very difficult to get people, especially jaded Destiny players like myself. It's very difficult to get us excited for the expansion where we know the ending, and they're doing a solid job of it. Unless Bungie really does the thing and we don't win against the Witness and we don't know the ending. But I don't think Bungie's that daring. Do you think Bungie's that daring? Nah, I don't think so. Look, the bottom line is this. I don't know how much longer I have with Destiny 2, because after Final Shape and maybe that immediate episode that's gonna roll out the week after, then it's up. Completely up in the air from so many of them. But in the meantime, right now, I would say it's a great time to jump back into the game. Onslaught's a blast, and the next drop is, at the very least, an incredible quality of life update that makes half of my vault suddenly viable. And hey man, it's hard to get mad about that. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna try though, so just link me to the video whenever it goes up.